I want to record this session, but my personal system is having an issue. I just discovered it now, so I'm using the French system. Okay, this week now we're talking about cybersecurity tools and programming languages. Cybersecurity tools and programming languages. As the name, from the title, we all understand what we mean by tools. When we say tools, we mean any instrument or things we use to make our work easy. Let's assume my father is a farmer, so he used to have tools which he used in his farm, such as cutlass, tractors, hoe, and so on. So these are different tools a farmer uses. Same thing when we come to a cybersecurity. We have tools, because cybersecurity is a profession also. As a professional cybersecurity, you have some tools you use in your work. So we have different tools which can be used for different functions. Just like what you can use a tractor for, you may not be able to use a cutlass for. So different tools serve different purposes. Good. So we'll be looking at cybersecurity tools, and we'll be looking at some programming languages, which is cybersecurity as a professional use, also in conducting its services or in carrying out its functions. Programming language also can be part of the tools. You can call it also part of the tools. So this week we'll be going through, this is our objective for the week. We'll be going through the common cybersecurity tools and techniques. We'll be recognizing common use cybersecurity tools. Among the general tools, we'll be recognizing the most used tools. Then number 3, we'll be understanding the programming concepts of cybersecurity, because as a cybersecurity, you have to have a basic knowledge of programming. To excel in this field of cybersecurity as a profession, you must have basic skills of programming. I think next time you have to get someone that will be helping me to admit people. Yes, I see someone raising up his hand, but please let me finish my presentation. Then you can ask, you can make your question and answers. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is any technical question. Then you can ask, please. Or in carrying out programming language. So, Abubakar, this week we'll be going through. Abubakar Mustafa, what's your question, please? Going through the common cybersecurity tools and use tools. Abubakar Mustafa, I see you raising your hand. Anything? Knowledge of programming. We can't hear you. What? What? Excuse me, please. Can someone help me to confirm if you can hear my voice clearly?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, we're hearing you.
I think the problem is from Mr. Abubakar's side. Abubakar Mustafa, we can not hear you. Please, if you can type your question, if it is technical. If it is not technical, you can leave it to the end of the session. You can have a question and answer session. So, number 4, we'll be writing simple Python script for cybersecurity tasks. We'll be learning how to write a simple script for a cybersecurity task. Then number 5, which will be the last thing we'll be covering today, is to analyze the advantages and limitations of different tools we have as a cybersecurity professional. Okay, coming to the overview of the cybersecurity tools. We have different tools, as I said earlier, and different tools can be used for different functions. So among the tools we have, because when we talk about cybersecurity, as we describe it in the first day, from the definition we say is a network, cyber means network of computers. That's network security, how to secure our network. Because when we also talk about the evolution of the cybersecurity, we say that it starts with the networking of computers. That's the interconnections of computers. So when we talk about the tools here, the tools can be, we can have tools to either guide our network, or we have tools to guide our softwares, or we have, that's the application. or we have the tools to guide the system itself. So let's first look at some of the tools generally we use in guiding our network. That's the network. We can have the physical network and the inner network. That's like the software network. So in the physical network and the software network, in most cases, we have things like firewall. Firewall can come in the form of a physical device or in the form of a software. A firewall is used to segment different network. Maybe let's assume you work in a bank. You work in XYZ bank. That's the name of the bank. You work in the XYX bank. Then you have an headquarter. You have a headquarter you have headquarter in Maiduguri, and you have another branch maybe in Bama. So maybe you can have a different network in Bama and different network in Maiduguri. So you can use a firewall to have a segment between these two networks. Because why do you need a firewall? Because so that you can monitor unauthorized interaction with your network. The firewall will give you a signal if there is any unauthorized person who is trying to penetrate your network. So that's part of, and I said you can have a software, and you can have a software as a firewall, and you can have a hardware as a firewall also. Please let me admit some people in again. Okay. So yes, we have a network security tools. Those are the tools we can use to monitor our network. So we have like a firewall, and we have intrusion detection system also. We have a system in which we can dictate any unauthorized person who is trying to join our network. Also, we have an endpoint security tools. Endpoints in most cases are what the end user, that is with your personal, now going off the network. Okay, admit them. So we have an endpoint. That's as a user, we have a security on your own system also. So what tools can you use to secure yourself as an end user? You can use tools like antivirus and anti-malware. They are mostly almost the same thing. We have different types of antivirus also. It depends on your choice or the recommended by your technician or your organization. That's for endpoint security, which is mostly used for protecting applications. Then we have security information and event management tools. That is SIEM. SIEM is also we have it as an application, and we have it sometimes as a command line also. It's mostly used to check logs. When we talk about logs and analysis, we're talking about analyzing and going through what activities are performed on your network, and who are those that perform those activities, and from where they perform those activities. It's just like looking at the record book. Just like looking at the record book, who are those that came in today, which door did they use in coming in, what time they come in, and so on. So that even if there is any incident, you can detect, okay, who made that incident? Where did that incident happen? So those are the work of SIEM. That is security information and event management tools. We have different tools as we shown on the screen also that can be used for this function also. Then we have vulnerability scanners. Vulnerability scanners are also tools we use in monitoring our network. We have different tools we use for that also, different application we use for that also. Some example of the application we use for it is Nmap or Wireshark. We have many others. These are known generally. Okay, these are known generally. That's why we mentioned them. But you have many, so it depends on which one you want to use in your organization or which one is fit for your organization. Please, let's try to mute ourselves, please. So that's for vulnerability scanner, just to scan to monitor your network in case any threat is coming. Then we have digital forensic tools. Yes, also digital forensic tools is mostly used maybe after an incident. Maybe if you experience an incident, an attack on a network, you can use it also to analyze your network, to analyze your event, also just to analyze a log, also to analyze the event and see who are those that participate in this incident. Okay, that is for different tools we have as a cyber security. Then we come to the commonly used cyber security tools. As we mentioned in the previous slide, we have Nmap, which is also known as network mapping. Network mapping is an application, it's a software which we use to scan our network. Network map is very interesting. You can download it and have a small network in your house. You can use it to monitor how many devices are on the network, who is joining the network as a new incoming, who are not allowed to join the network. That's what you can use network map for. Then we have Wireshark. Wireshark also is used to packet analyzer, just to trace our packet. Tracing our packets here means maybe you sending a file from user A to user B. You can trace how that file is moving from your first point to the destination. If there is any intrusion, if there is anyone who is trying to intrude or to intercept the packets and how the packet is moving. That's what we use Wireshark for. Then we have Meta Spotlight, this is used for mostly for penetration testing. Let me tell you, all these tools we're talking about also, as they are used by a cybersecurity profession, they are also used sometimes by the bad guys. That's by the hackers. The hackers too sometimes make use of this software or these tools in order to carry out their attack. So Metaspot in most cases is used for penetration. Maybe you want to have an access to another system and you want to see how that access is going. Then we have also Nexus. Nexus is used for the vulnerability scanner, just to scan any potential threat that may come to attack your network. Then we have Autopsy. Autopsy is mostly used for digital forensic in order to review or to see what happened, how it happens, when it happens, and so on. Then we come down to programming concept for cybersecurity. Why do we need programming in cybersecurity? In some cases, maybe you have, as a cybersecurity professional, you may have an incident of attack in your organization. So in some cases, you need to write a program in order to go through all these logs, maybe to see who are those that join, who are those that, in just a nutshell, it's used for automation. We use the programming in cybersecurity just to automate our tasks, our work, to make it easier, to make it more faster when we talk about automation. So we have a different programming language. I will not go in depth into programming language here because I assume you should have a basic knowledge about the programming language. But basically, we have three types of, in programming language, we can categorize it into three. We have the machine language, we have the natural language, and we have the high-level language, which is also known as the scripting languages. So I would not like to go in depth into all this, but machine language is the one that is run by our machines, that our machine understand. That is mostly run in codes, that is in zeros and one. That we call them sometimes binary. Then we have the natural language. Natural language are those which comes out within our tasks. That's when we are writing the program. It comes within our scripts. Then we have, just like saying, this is a boy, or Ahmed is going to school, and so on. Those are just an example of natural language. Then we have the high-level languages, which is the scripting language, which are like the syntax you write in your programming, in your programming script. That, like when you are writing, let's say, for example, you are writing a Python script. You can say if statement, you have the if statement, else if, and so on. Those are example of high-level languages. So, programming language, we have then I think we can go through this later on our own, in which we can learn about the data structure, which is the list of the dictionaries and so on. These are the basic things we'll be looking at in the programming languages. But in cybersecurity, mostly we make use of Python. Mostly professionals in cybersecurity make use of Python. Why do they make use of Python? You can make use of different tools. It's not only Python, but mostly it's widely used as Python is widely used. Why is Python widely used? Because Python is a general purpose language. And it's very easy also to write. Sorry, please, let me admit some people in also again. Admit them, okay. Okay, Python can be used for, it's a general purpose language. That's why most programming, from most cybersecurity use it. And it's very easy to study also. It's very closer to the natural language. So later on, we can go more deeper in the programming languages. That's in writing the script. Wow. Admitting, okay. Okay, writing Python script for cybersecurity. We can write different scripts for our when we are doing it as a cybersecurity profession. We can write a different script to use in our profession, which we can also serve our tools. We can write a script to scan our network. We can write a script to scan the network to know, okay, who are those joining the network? Who are those on the network? We can write a simple script for that on Python. We can also write a script for vulnerability scanning. We can write a simple script also in Python to see, okay, what are the potential attacks that we are receiving on our network. We can also have a simple script for malware analysis. And we can have a script which is, this is the last one, which is mostly used to automate or a repetitive task. That's to automate our tasks. For just imagine, maybe you're working in the bank. You have a server in the bank which has the bank mobile app. So you want to know how many people make a transaction, a connection into this app today. So with the automation, you can write a script that can generate to you instantly how many people make a transaction on this map, on our network today. That's a brief example of what you can use a Python script. You can write a Python script for yourself to do. We'll be seeing more later on. Okay. You can also analyzing tools and choosing the right one, which is part of what we need to discuss today. As I told you earlier, we have different tools, and choosing the tools depends on what you want to use it for. So we have a framework or a tactics framework we use in choosing a tools. Just like you see, I have an example here. Maybe you want to choose a flashlight. So you want to choose a flashlight, you can say that, okay, you can have the features. Okay, what features do you want in in the flashlight that will make you choose or either not to choose? Just as you have it here. You see, does it turn on? Yes. Okay, I can choose it. Does it turn on? No. Okay, I think it will not help me. Have you changed the batteries? Yes. Can the battery be changed or it cannot be changed? That one so can. There are different things. What I mean here, different things, different purpose can help you in making your decision in choosing the right tools you need as a cybersecurity professional. So we talk about evaluating tools, features, and capabilities. Then we consider also, which is very important. Please mute yourself. Okay. Cost also can be one of the consideration we make when we are choosing a tool to use as a cybersecurity, because in some cases your organization may say that okay, we cannot afford this tool, we can afford this, and also the good thing is we have open source applications or open source tools that you can use as a cybersecurity professional also. Then you can also, and among the features that you use in assessing which tools to choose is the ease of use. For me, I can say that, okay, as a cybersecurity professional, Python is more easier for me to use as a programmer. Another person may say, no, as a professional, as a cybersecurity professional, uh, JavaScript is more easy for me to use as a professional. So we have different choice of tools, and different reason can make us choose different tools. Okay, another thing we can use in choosing the tools is evaluating the tool performance and the accuracy of the tools. The performance of the tools also can help us in deciding, okay, which tools can we choose. And here comes the end of my talk today. So we'll be having some hands-on coding experience, but I will leave it as an assignment. So because among what a cybersecurity as a professional do is you have a coding, you generate a coding to provide or to do your services as a cybersecurity. Among what they do with the Python is they can make a password generator. You can write a script for password generator. Let's assume you are working in an organization, and your organization, all the users in the organization need to compose a strong password for their system in order to avoid threats. So you can write a code that will help them in generating a strong password. You can easily write a script in Python that will help them in generating a password. So that's the first project. I would like each and every one of us to have hands-on in Python. Then you write a code. You choose anyone. You can choose any one of these 5 projects. You either write a script that will generate a password, that will do a password generator for your staff in the organization. Number 2, you can have password manager. Also, password manager is just like writing a script that will make sure that, okay, if a user is generating their password themselves, you can say that, okay, your password must include capital letters, must include small letters, must include numbers, and must include also what do they call it? The symbols must include symbols also. So you can write a code that will manage the password also. You can write a simple code also in Python that can scan ports. That's the port of each network on your system has a port, or each node on your system has a port. So you can write a script that will scan all the ports to monitor incoming and outgoing packets. So another thing you can also do is cryptography you can also write a simple Python script for cryptography. Cryptography mostly is used to encrypt our data so that only those who are meant to have access to it will have access to the packet or to the data. Then we have whose lookup. You can write a simple script also to look up each and everyone on the network, to look at, okay, who is the person with this system, who is the person on this system, who is the person on this system, on each and every system on the network. So these are our brief hands-on assignment today. You'll be writing the code, hands-on experience on Python code on as a cybersecurity professional for either of these projects. Okay, and this brings me to the end of the presentation of this week. And thank you very much for listening. So we open the floor for question and answer. Please, if you have a question, please try to raise up your hands. Then we can go smoothly one after the other. Okay, I can see your hand up, Ibrahim. Ibrahim Yelmi, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you for this wonderful presentation. I'm so excited and so knowledgeable. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for joining.
My question is that, like we as a cybersecurity intern now that we are new, what kind of a tools can we start with? Like, it's very simple tool that can we start practicing on it? Like we as a just new cybersecurity intern.
Yes, that is a very nice question, Mr. Ibrahim. That's a very good question. Actually, as I said earlier, as a cybersecurity profession, you have different parts of the network. So in your organization, you may be charged to look at, you have a different part of the distance. You have to, you have to look after. So you have to look after the systems, you have to look after the network, and you have to look after the application. When I say the system here, I mean the physical system you are using, even the office location, the environment of the office environment is also a system. It's part of the system. So in your organization, you have to think, okay, what are the appropriate tools to use in monitoring or in protecting each and every part of the network? So, for instance, maybe you have a server room. In your server room, you can install a CCTV camera, or even in some working location, you can install a CCTV camera to monitor who are those going up and down there. Then on the network side, also we have different tools we can use on the network side. As we said earlier, you can have a firewall as a tool, and you can also have network mapping application, just like Nmap, that you can use to monitor, okay, which device are on the network, which device are not on the network. Then you can have a packet sniffer also that can monitor, okay, what is coming in and what is going out of your network. So as I said earlier, choosing the tools depend on what you want to do, what you want to use it for. I hope I answered the question, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
You're welcome, Mr. Ibrahim. Yeah, Mr. Abdullah Gambo, please go ahead. Okay, in his absence, can we go to Bukar Aji?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, sir, and everyone.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for joining, Mr. Bukar.
Yeah, welcome. My question is not part of this class. My question was regarding to the upcoming tournament.
Okay.
So, what are the rules or the method of the participation?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please hold on, Mr. Abdullah. Please hold on. Continue, Mr. Booker. I can
Good
hear
morning,
you.
sir.
Yes, Mr. Abdullah, please hold on. Hold on for Mr. Booker to finish talking. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
Okay.
So that's my question.
I can't hear the question. What do you say? Please come again.
Okay, regarding our competition or the tournament.
Regarding what?
Our tournament.
Okay, tournament. Okay.
So, what are the rules and regulations and how to participate?
Okay. I think actually I cannot answer that now. I think there is someone in charge of that. I think it's also with us in this group. Mr. Samuel.
Okay, so regarding our Python.
Okay, you want to answer our question or you want us to answer the first question first?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Mr. Samuel.
Let me give my second question before the Samuel.
Okay, I think it's okay. Maybe it's not close by.
My second.
Okay, hello. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Samuel. He's asking about the tournament. He's asking about the tournament. Do you have any information for him on this thing?
Okay, yes. I think it's a competition that was sent yesterday around 4 p.m. to all fellows. So regarding the information on that competition, please, I will be dropping my WhatsApp number in the chat box here, so that immediately after this class, he will just reach out to me for more information about it, so that we don't distract the class of as in the mission of this meeting.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. That is a good idea. Please, I think if there is any question that is outside this week, if it is outside this week lesson, we can either send an email or we'll reach out through an email or the WhatsApp group. We can sort that out. Please, Mr. Abdullah, go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Booker. Mr. Abdullah, go ahead. Mr. Abdullah Gambo.
I have a second question regarding the Python.
Okay, go ahead before Mr. Abdullah come online.
You answered to the question to, I think, Ibrahim, for how to use the Python. So, as a beginner, the person who never attempted a Python, so what are the simple steps to start on?
I assume actually Ibrahim is not asking about how to use Python. Ibrahim was asking about to recommend some cybersecurity tools to use as a beginner. He's asking about tools as a beginner. So I said tools here could come in any format. If you are as a cybersecurity professional in any organization, you can have different tools for different purposes. So using the tools or choosing the tools also depends on your capability and your choice. We have different tools outside there. You cannot know the one which is best for you except you try to use it. What may be easy for me to use may not be easier for you to use. What may be interesting for me to use may not be interesting for you to use. What may be affordable for me may not be affordable for you. So choosing the tools here, we have generally many tools. So I've mentioned some. In my slide. I'll be sharing the slide with you. So it depends on you now going through all these tools and you see which one is comfortable for you to use as a beginner. And when we come to Python, right, I assume you joining this class as a cybersecurity profession, you're supposed to have a basic knowledge of programming. That's why I say I will not go in depth in programming, but still no problem. We can also look at, that's why I give a hands-on assignment. If there is any challenges, we can look at it together. That's outside the session. We can look at it together or practice it together. But this is outside the session. But I assume you have a fundamental knowledge of how to write a simple script. Yes, Mr. Samuel, I'm sharing the slide, but actually, my system was faulty just a few minutes before the session. I couldn't record it, but I can make a recording later just to present and make a recording because I will make the recording of the first week and the second week also, and we are going to share them. Thank you for the question. Yes, Mr. Abdullah Gambo, can you go ahead now?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for joining, Mr. Abdullah.
Okay, sir. I'm asking regarding the notes. We were not able to join the meeting due to the network.
Okay. Okay.
So
You are not
we
able to
didn't.
join this meeting on time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Due to
Okay,
so
don't worry, Mr. Abdullah. I will
I'm
be sharing the slide and the video. We'll be sharing the
okay.
video. Yeah, we'll be sharing the video so that you can go through the video.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, Mr. Abdullah. Is any other person with a question? Yes, Mr. Ali Muhammad, go ahead, please. Who's raising his hand? Ibrahim, Mr. Ibrahim, go ahead.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for this
You're
opportunity.
welcome.
My question is regarding the Coursera aspect because up to now we cannot, like me for now personally, I cannot have access to my Coursera. They
Oh,
he used to ask me to pay some amount for certain amount. Previously, they talk about that they are going to resolve the issue, but up to
yeah.
now, he's still telling me that I should pay some money in order to have access to it. So I don't know if,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, Mr. Ibrahim. Actually, to access the Coursera, you're supposed to go as an audit. Let me see if I can access it on this system. You're supposed to go as an audit. You follow the class on Coursera as an audit. Mr. Samuel, you want to say something about that?
Hello, good morning.
Okay. Please let me finish answering this question. For Mr. Ibrahim, it's very important because I see a lot of fellow raising this question. Some of them say they cannot access the Coursera course. Actually, to access the Coursera course, you go as an audit. Don't worry, I will make a video actually also how to access the Coursera course as an audit later on because this is not my system. I didn't know if I can do it here on the system so that you can all see.
Okay, good
Okay,
morning, sirs.
let me share my screen. Good morning, Mr. Audu. Mr. Audu, please let's finish answering this question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I want to share my screen to see if you can go through the Coursera, how you can join the class, how you can audit the class. You go by auditing the class. Let me share my entire screen. We have 15 minutes left. Let me see if I can. Okay, I continue as Mahfouz Ahmed. Let's see. Oh, okay, let me just choose any. Okay, let's assume I think I'm logged in now. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you enroll. I'm coming. We have the sometimes we have the enrollment down also. When you, when you enroll, okay, you come into installing the Python. Hmm. Where is the audit? Focus mode. Actually, when you open this, it is supposed to show you. It's supposed to show enrollment under here. It's supposed to show enrollment under here, but I'm coming where we get the enrollment. Don't worry. Later on, I will make the video on how to audit the class. Then you join the class as an audit. Yes, please. Who has the question again?
Me, sir. It's me.
Yes, please, Mr. Audu. Go ahead, Mr. Audu.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
First of all, my name is Audu Timothy. I'm here to ask about the class. When are we going to start the class again? Because sometimes we used to go to schools. That's the problem.
That is a physical session, you mean? The
Yeah,
physical
start
session
from
is
Monday to Friday. I used to go to school, so I want to know the actual class, the meetings.
actually we have a physical session before, but our physical location we have a disaster. It's also an attack. We have a disaster we have a disaster in the location, so we
Hello?
cannot convey people there for now. We cannot convey people there for now. So, but subsequently, we'll be having online session, and the online session will be around this time every week. That's for the cybersecurity session.
Yes,
That's
every
9
Saturday,
a.m. to 10 a.m. Yes, on Saturday
every
only. Every
every
Saturday.
blessing Saturday.
Yes, every blessed Saturday. But
Okay, sir. Amen.
you are expected to go through the classes, to go through the videos and the materials that are shared with you by 3MTT.
Okay.
Yes, you are expected to have go through it within the week. So when we are having our class, if there is any challenges or any question you have, you can share it during the class,
Okay, no
during the meeting.
problem, sir.
You
I
are
got it,
welcome.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Muhammad, please go ahead before the time runs out.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Muhammad. Go ahead, please, before the time runs out. Okay, I think he's not having a question. Okay, if there is no any question again, I think we've come to the end of the session. Mr.
Hello, sir.
Israel, are you saying something?
Yes, please, I want to find out.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Yes, please, I want to find out if, because I just recently joined, and that
Okay.
3MTT course, the cybersecurity, I started it, but I subsequently just left it because I was not familiar with these stuffs and all. So I don't know, is it a must I must complete, I must work in line with like the material they upload so that it will balance with this class, or
No, you can go
I
more
can just move
faster.
ahead?
You can go
Oh,
more faster. You can go more faster. You can go more faster. You don't need to say that since this is the first week, it has to be a first week for you. No, you can be in the third week and maybe you are covering the fourth week lesson. But what we
oh,
just want to make sure is you finish the lesson, you finish the course at the end of the session. We just meant to make sure you finish the course
oh,
at the end of the session. That's the important thing. But you can go at your
oh,
own pace. You can go at your own pace. That's why it's an
oh,
online classes, online sessions. Mr. Yusuf, please
oh.
go ahead before the time runs out. Oh, Mr. Yafsam, not Yusuf. I thought it's Yusuf. Yafusam, please go ahead. Okay,
Hello,
maybe
good
it's not.
morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning. I'm sorry to make you here. She. Yes, good morning.
There's no problem. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Sorry, please. My own is just I need a guidance and guidance and advice. I firstly registered under cybersecurity. Now
Okay.
later on, I changed it to data science. My
Okay.
dashboard is reflecting data science, but I still get messages from cybersecurity. I complained to my group admin, that people that used to guide us throughout
Yes.
our this thing. They said I should come to your place so that they will rectify it because I've already started attending classes with them.
With
But they
data,
said
with data
I belong.
science.
Yes, but they
Okay.
said I belong to cybersecurity still because I just received this mail now. That's why I joined the class. So I
Okay,
don't know
good.
my son. I'm confused.
No, okay, good. Good point. Where are you receiving the message for data science? For data science, where do you say you are receiving a message?
Not that I receive a message. Oh. My dashboard is reflecting data science and it's
Okay.
showing me all my courses are there. But he said if he check my profile, it's still processing. So I should just go back to you and confirm since I'm receiving messages from cybersecurity. Maybe it's from you, and I'm not assigned to this thing training provider. I'm not my dashboard is not showing where I will be trained. So they say I should
Uh,
just go back to you.
I think this your question is a bit technical. Yeah, please send an email, and if there is possibly, if you have any screenshots, please include it in your
Oh,
email to Fathi-Tech.
all right.
I think the right person will get back to you. It's either through a phone call or through the email if it can be resolved over there. Because I think your
Where
question
will
is a
I
bit.
send the note?
Send it to Fathi-Tech, our mail, the email that sent you an invitation. Just send an email to it.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. With my
The
with
phone number will
sorry,
be
I'll let my complaint in the
yes,
in the mail.
yes.
Okay.
If
Thank
there
you.
is any image, if there is any picture of your dashboard you want to share in the email, share
Yes.
it in the email to
Yes.
make it as
All
well
right.
understood by the reader. Yes, please, Mr. Abdul
All
Malik, go
right.
ahead before the time runs out.
Okay, so my question is not regarding this
Okay.
online class, but I want to know your, if you don't mind, I want to know your name, sir.
Oh, sorry, I mentioned my name before the class. I think maybe you are not there as the earlier time. My name is Mahfouz Ahmad.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Thank you very much for asking
Okay,
my
sir.
name.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Mr. Abdul Malik. Yes, please. Any other question? Okay, with the absence of no question, inshallah, I will be sharing for the video for the first week, second week, and the third week. We'll be sharing the video and the slide on the WhatsApp group. And thank you very much for joining. See you by this time again next week. Goodbye.